Hello, it's me, amateur internet content farm and recent BFA haver, Tucker Woolley. I make Key Smash and Pigbog and Himbo and daily band names and other stuff too, and if you're here, you're probably familiar enough with what I do, and if not, TuckerWoolley.com has it all sort of localized and concentrated like one of those orange juice cylinders in the freezer section, except with less, I don't know, calcium. I would like to start a Patreon. This is me doing that, or I guess more precisely, I'm sort of soft launching it for now to test the waters and see how it goes. Not honestly expecting much, so this part of the video will either age out of itself eventually, or I'll pull it from public view in unsuccessful embarrassment and then probably just use it again unedited because making videos is difficult. I don't have a lot of followers, like not nearly enough to make making this Patreon be a super viable decision, and most of them are my friends anyway, so if you're my friend and you're watching this, thank you. I do love you very much. Watch me do my monkey dance. That being said, I did graduate from art school recently, a decision that was, I feel bad complaining about something that cost $120,000, but also it's $120,000 that me and my family don't really have and are gonna have to start paying back in like November, December. I'm also trying to break into the animation industry, a landscape that has so far been pretty dry for me in terms of opportunities. It hasn't been that long at all that I've been doing that, and anything can change at pretty much any moment, but I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row and attempt a beginning to my professional life that is not soul grinding for me if I can help it. Basically, I'm gonna be pretty severely in debt soon, and I realized that in a perfect world, I would be doing sort of an Ian Worthy Kids thing and just living off my own shit. Obviously, I do not have the audience or resources that someone like Ian has, hence the sort of toe-dipping approach I'm taking to this endeavor. But don't let that make you think that I'm not serious about this, because I got tiers that I'm gonna attempt to sell you on now, and these are all as they exist as of time of recording, which is late June 2021. If I change them, I might update this video or else just telegraph that clearly on my Patreon page. So here they are. $1 a month on this thing gets you access to anything I post exclusively on my Patreon, which is mostly going to be works in progress and first looks of stuff, because in a perfect world, I wouldn't be putting anything I make behind a paywall, and I make a concerted effort to do that by making my digital stuff pay what you can and things like that. But I want the Patreon to be a fun little feed where you'll get to see sketches and comics and animatics and uncolored inks and stuff before I would be posting them on my social medias. So that's kind of just like a first look at the stuff that I happen to be doing at the time. Also, for $1, you get access to the new Woolly World Discord server that I just set up. I want it to be a fun, casual place to hang out with people and keep you guys abreast of stuff in a slightly less like stuffy and formal and like advertisey way. It feels a little bit more like I would be talking to people in my life. So yeah, I want it to be like that. I'd also love to stream games and movies and stuff like that on there if anyone would like to engage with that. I'm not going to enforce that just because I want it to be a community where we make decisions, you know, together, rather than a place for me to be more directly annoying at people than I would be otherwise. But yeah, so $1 for Patreon exclusive stuff and also the Discord server. So the next tier is $5 a month, and that gets you all that stuff I just said, plus your own daily band name attached to your name and or social media handle of choice every month. And band name submissions are always open via Google form linked in the Twitter's bio. And so you're welcome to submit band names anytime for free, and I will probably use them if you do that. But I thought this would be a cute way to get you guys involved in that aspect of my life, and I will credit it, you know, obviously however you want, like I do normally. So yeah, $5 is Patreon exclusive stuff, Discord server, and daily band name, your very own. And you can even submit multiple. You could even have your own like slot per month if you have that many band names, but I'm not really expecting that. So $10 a month gets you all that, plus, so all the stuff I just said, plus a Patreon exclusive sticker that I'll print and cut and package up and mail to your actual human residence. I'll probably have patrons vote on the design, and it'll be super cute. Like all my stickers, the edges will be a little bit funky since I cut them all out by hand, but I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited about the idea of getting to mail stuff out to you to show my appreciation. It feels a little bit more real that way, and I won't be selling these on my Etsy or anywhere else. They'll just be, you know, exclusive to my Patreon, so that'll be a one-of-a-kind thing that you'll get. So that's $10. $20 a month is all of that stuff I just said, plus a monthly sketch request of your choice. This will probably be uncolored and not like super cleaned up, but when I do sketches like this, they're usually not total chicken scratch incomprehensible in terms of style. So yeah, I'll put some examples on the screen right now. Basically, you tell me what you want me to doodle for you and I'll doodle it and it'll be great. And $30 a month is all of the above plus a whole other sketch request of your choice. So that means 2 sketch requests other than the one that 20 would get you. 30 is 2 of those, like I just described, 2 of them. There's 2. So that's all the tiers I have right now. I can't imagine anyone would want to pledge more than that, but I mean, more tiers. If people are into it, let's go. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. Because my work is kind of all over the map in terms of like form and medium, I guess, the works in progress you'll see on here will probably vary pretty widely. There's likely to be some animations, some comics, some storyboards and animatics, some standalone writing, and also probably some stuff that I haven't even come up with yet. Probably a lot of that, actually. I'm going to be playing it a little fast and loose, but I want you guys to feel like you're getting what you pay for in terms of consistency, and so I'll do my best to keep the Patreon updated about what I'm working on and when pretty early on in the process of each of those individual projects, just so you'll know what to expect for the near future. And then I'll move on to the next thing or next couple of things and go on like that for the foreseeable future. Also, my general schedule is subject to change if and when I get a job, which is something that I'm still trying to do because I'm not expecting to be able to sustain myself off of this Patreon for a while, to say the least, but anything helps. And like I said, in a perfect world, I would be subsisting off my personal work anyway, and I just wanted to plant some seeds down sooner than later, even if they don't stick in the form of this Patreon. So yeah, if things change, I will keep you guys updated on that, probably even more than you want or need, but it would make me feel better to do that, so that is what I will do, and hopefully it won't be too annoying. So that's the skinny on my Patreon, which is now launched. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm reachable at all my social medias and or through this Patreon. If you feel compelled to make smaller one-at-a-time donations, I have a Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/TuckerWoolley, and I also have a bunch of hand-cut sticker designs available for cheap on etsy.com/shop/TuckerWoolley. So both of those avenues are always available if you feel so inclined and don't necessarily feel inclined to contribute to the Patreon. If you've sat through this whole thing or even visited my Patreon or website at all, truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the absolute world. Like a lot of us, probably I would just rather not be indentured to capitalism as much as humanly possible, and anything helps me to do that, literally, even just sharing with no money attached to it. So thank you for literally any engagement on any of this. It helps me hugely. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now. I have a Patreon. Check it out if you want. All the information on all the tiers and stuff. I know I kind of blasted through those, but that's available in more succinct text form on the Patreon itself. So yeah, smell you later. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye.